Okay, good morning, good morning. How is everyone today? I hope you're having a wonderful day. Okay, so it is cold here once again. I'm so tired of the cold. I want summer to come, or at least normal temperatures for late spring. Anyway, it is what it is. I'm just going to wait a second and see if anybody pops on and see if I can get this show up on my iPad in case anybody does pop on and has any comments or questions. So just bear with me a moment. And okay, we're ready to go, I think. All right, so my name is Judy Menlove, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Markham, Ontario, Canada. Yay! So like I said, the weather is not very nice lately. It's cool. We're way below seasonal, but it's supposed to warm up this long weekend, so fingers crossed. It's going to be warm, hopefully. And it's also wet and dreary, and I'm just, anyways, good days to stay in the craft room. All right, so announcements. Just a reminder about our joining offer. For $135, you can get $165 in product. Plus a special for the month of May is for the $135, you get $165 in product. Plus you get the brand new in color ink pads, which I've put away. Anyway, there's 5, and they're the new ink colors. They're the magnetic ones. So you can get that included. It's actually a $90 value, okay? And if you don't want any more ink pads, you have enough, or you just don't want them because you don't like the colors, whatever reason, your other option is to get an additional $50 in product. So either way, it's a good deal. So 165 and 50 is 215. So for $135, you get $215 in product. Or for $135, you get $165 in product plus 5 new in color ink pads. Okay, great deal, great deal. Again, no obligation. You don't have to sell. You don't have to do Facebook Lives. You don't have to do anything. Most of our people who join for themselves. They just join for the discount. Okay, like why pay full price? After you join, you'll receive 20% discount on your future orders. So why not join? Got nothing to lose. Anyways, if you're interested, want more information, leave me a message in the comments and we can chat about it. All right, so that's all I have today. I'm going to turn the camera down. We're going to be playing with Words and Wishes bundle today. So I will get started with that by turning the camera down, hopefully. All right. Okay. How's that looking? Not too bad. Looks pretty good. Okay. Let me just see if I can adjust this light a little bit. Okay, it's not that light. That's the overhead light I'm getting the glare from. Okay. Anyway, so this is the Words and Wishes bundle. This is a stamp set, and there is a lot of sentiments on here, as you can see. So we've got, I won't read them all, but we've got to a friend worth celebrating. We've got a happy birthday. You are the best. Best wishes for you. You make life sweeter than cake. You put the yay in every day. Anyway, so there's a lot here. It's a great bundle in my opinion. And then the dies, they have this outer shadow, and then the word fits on top of the shadow. So that's also, I really like that idea. And you've got wishes, best for, thank you, and happy birthday. You've got some little presents here that I actually fussy cut out and didn't know that they were dies. And you've got some leaves, you've got the cake, and you've got this little guy that cuts out some decorations there. Okay, and these little pieces, I believe, actually fall out, so you could actually use them and glue them onto a card. And then we've got a label for sentiments. So this is kind of what it looks like, just so you get a better idea of the size of things. Okay, so like here's your shadow, and then there's your word. Good morning, Rose. How are you? I hope you're feeling better, having a good day. Okay, so I'm just going to leave that there, and I'm going to be using some designer series paper from the Beautiful Ordinary Life. Love this paper. I'm just going to show it to you. So you get these blue polka dots. Actually, they're white polka dots on blue paper. And then if you like black and white, this is your DSP. We've got some great stripes here. And on the other side, these are great just to color in the odd leaf or color all the leaves. Or just leave it in black and white. And we've got this pattern here. I love all these colors. And then we've got the black polka dots. And then we've got this one. This borders, I guess, from... oh, it just went out of my head. Anyways, down to petal pink, flirty flamingo, down to petal pink. And then on the other side, we have more black and white. Then we have some yellow honeycomb. And on the other side, we have this pattern in black and white. And last but not least, we have this pattern. And on the other side, we have more black and white. So this is the piece that I'm using today. Now, when you cut this, I'm using it as a background on my cards. But when you cut this, every piece you get is a different color. As you can see, they're all different colors. So when you cut it, you're never going to be able to make two cards the same because the colors are all different. So I'll show you what I mean about that when I show you my card. Okay. So I'll start with all these pieces I have here. I've already die cut everything and got most of it ready so I could save some time. So I've got a piece of Pretty Peacock that's 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And a piece of Flirty Flamingo that is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And then a piece of that designer series paper that is 4 by 5 1/4. Okay, so I'm just going to glue all this together to start. Easy peasy. Other than some die cutting, I think these cards are pretty easy to make. Because it didn't take me that long. The hardest part, I think, was trying to decide what colors to use. That was my hardest decision to make. Okay, and we're just going to find my bone folder and give this a nice crease. And then we'll add this on. Some glue. I don't want that there. And I don't remember which way I wanted it. Oh well. Whatever way it goes, that's the way it's going to be. Okay. All right, so then I've done the Pretty Peacock. I did the background, the shadows, and the Pretty Peacock. And the words in the Flirty Flamingo. Okay, so I'm just going to glue these on. And you want a bit of a fine tip glue, unless you're good at gluing with the big guy. So I'm just going to take my little bottle here, and hopefully this glue will come out. Yep. And not too fast. Yeah, I'm just going to put a few dots here and there. I want it to adhere well though, so I want to make sure I've got all the little corners covered. Okay, then I'm going to get my tweezers because I don't want to touch it because it's easier to put on with tweezers than my fingers. All right, so we're just going to kind of line this up. Move that one over a little bit. That K's got to come over a little bit. And then we'll just press it down. There we go. And then we're going to do the same with the word you. Put some glue on. Everybody looking forward to the long weekend coming up. Okay, and then we'll put the U on. That looks pretty good. I want that bottom part over just a little bit. There. All right, thank you. What else do I have here? Okay, so I cut out with this label here. Okay, I cut one out in the Flirty Flamingo and one in the Pretty Peacock. And I need my stamp. I'm going to use the You Are the Best because it's a thank you card. Pull that off. Find a block. Oh, wrong way. There we go. And we're going to ink it up in Pretty Peacock. Oh, upside down. I'll make sure we don't do that. And we'll ink that up nice and that looks pretty good. And give it a nice press. There we go. Close that up before we get ink all over us. All right, and then this piece that I've cut in the, I got ink all over me. This piece I cut in the Pretty Peacock, I'm just going to cut it in half with a pair of scissors. It doesn't need to be straight. It doesn't need to be even. Don't worry about it. And then we're just going to adhere a little bit at the top and a little bit at the bottom. So I'm just going to put a strip of glue along here and a strip of glue along here. Okay, so just like that. And then I'm going to take this piece and adhere it to the top. I have to turn it over though so I can see what I'm doing. Okay. Good thing it's glue that I have a couple of minutes to play with. I want it straight. Okay, so just kind of like that, and then we'll do the bottom. So it doesn't hang out the sides, or the sides here, but it hangs out the top and the bottom. There we go. Just like that. Okay, and then we're just going to pop this up. I'm looking for my dimensionals here or somewhere. Here we go. Okay. Put the dimensionals on. I want to make sure there's enough on there. That looks pretty good. Okay, yeah, you can put it straight. I don't know, I've been on an angle kick today, so I'm gonna put it on an angle. So we have thank, and we'll do the U. One down there, and one up here, and then I think I'm just gonna do a mini one over here. Here we go. And I'll pull these off. Okay, so thank you. And then it's going to put "You're the best" down here. And we'll put some dimensionals on. There we go. Pull them off. Or pull the box off anyways. Let's stick that on. "You are the best." And there we go. Oh, we need some embellishments. So this is the array of dots. And it has Flirty Flamingo, Lemon Lolly, Pretty Peacock, and Pool Party. So, what do I want to use? I think I might use the Pretty Peacock. Let me try one and see what it looks like. I'm thinking. Maybe I like the pink better. I think I'm going to do the pink. Okay. And I think I'll do a couple smaller ones. I'll put them up here. One there. And one there. See? Nice. Okay, like that. All right, so I have another one for you. This one will take even less time. Hey, Brenda, how are you? Oh, Rose was doing her driveway laps, and hubby's going on a boys' trip. Oh, that's nice. Your daughter's coming to look after while you're recuperating. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, so this is, I did a birthday one here. And again, you see how the paper is totally different. So this one I did Lost Lagoon. Again, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And pink, something pink, petal pink. Petal pink. Okay. So let's glue this one down. And again, it's the same format, nothing exciting. Let's put that to one side. Oh, keep moving this. There we go. Okay, and then we'll take our bone folder, give this a nice crease, and then we'll glue this piece on. Yeah, which way did I want this to go? That's the problem when you do this. I can never remember which way I want it to go. I don't know. I guess it doesn't matter. Okay. I'm sure it looks better one way than the other, but I don't remember which way I had planned it to go, so we'll just put it this way. Okay. And I just got happy birthday and a couple of little presents that I fussy cut because I didn't know, I didn't realize that there was a die for it. So there you go. When you guys do this, I'm telling you, there's a die for the present, so you don't have to fussy cut. Oh, dear. And I think I'm going to need some minis here. And yes, I'm going to put them all up here because I want to make sure that they don't get all scrunched. That'll be enough. find the little ones more difficult to peel off, I guess because they're smaller. Oh, I didn't get him. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Nope, still stuck. There we go. And again, I'm just going to put them on an angle. You can put them straight if you want, but I don't know if it's just the way all this goes that makes me think it has to go on an angle. Okay, we'll put some more dimensionals on. And one there. And I'm just going to put a little one up there. And one little one over here. There we go. I think that might be enough. Oh, happy birthday to you. Okay, and then the presents. One on here. And one on there. Okay, so I'll put that one there, and I'll put that one down there. Oh yeah, so for the presents, I just took a piece of the Petal Pink and stamped it in the, actually I stamped it in the Pretty Peacock because I found the Lost Lagoon. No, actually I did, I stamped it in the Lost Lagoon. I was going to do the Pretty Peacock, but it came out almost black looking, so I just did the Lost Lagoon. And then I have Retired. These are retired, but I'm going to use them anyways. These are the low profile dots, and they came in the gold and the Petal Pink. These are, I believe, no longer available, but I like them, and you can see I've only used hardly any, so I'm going to use some of these. So put one there, and put a couple up here. Actually, maybe I'll just put one there. Oh boy, they really adhere. And, oh, come on. It doesn't want to come off. I'll put a couple there. There we go. And that one's done. So the happy birthday, you can put like, I hope your day is delightful on the inside. I didn't decorate the inside at all. And this one, thank you, you are the best. You could put in, you make every moment special, or to someone who's always there when I need you. Like there's one sentiment, and that's one of the reasons I like this. There's sentiments that you can actually put inside. Okay. And then I did this other one. I just wanted to show you. I've already done it. This one's my favorite. So this was done in the black, and the lemon lolly. Okay. So that's it. Those are my cards for today. I told you it would be quick. Or maybe I didn't tell you. I just knew. I'll get rid of all of that. So, but you can see how they're all like, the backgrounds are all totally different. This one's very soft. This one's a little more vibrant. And this one I find is very vibrant. So, but you know what? I think it depends not only on the background, but what colors you use. And again, you don't have to use the shadow. You can just cut out the words and just stick the words on. So anyways, that's all I got for you guys today. Boy, it was quick. So I will hope you guys have a wonderful week. Enjoy the long weekend. Enjoy the warm weather that's finally going to come. And I will see you back here next Thursday at 10:30. All right, take care, guys. Have a wonderful week. Talk soon.